y'all, it's Melody Lee, and thanks for stopping by. And in today's Walks in Scotland, we're going to go over the Hermitage and Braan walk in Dunkeld. It's located in the Thetty Forest in Perthshire, near the actual village of Dunkeld, and the starting point is the Hermitage car park off of the A9. It is well signposted. The signs for those, if you don't know it or haven't visited the UK yet, are brown signs with white writing, and they give you the places of interest in which you can stop. Now, the car park itself is a National Trust for Scotland car park, so there is a charge for parking. I don't know what it is because my husband paid for the charge and I did not have any change. So please do remember, if you find that any of these sites are National Trust for Scotland, bring change or money with you because you may have to pay a fee for parking. The walk itself is 4 miles or 6.5 kilometers long, and it takes approximately 2 hours to walk it, depending on how fast or how slow you'd like to do so. Now, let's get into a little bit of the history, which is my favorite part. So the Hermitage itself was owned by the Dukes of Atholl and was created by the third Duke of Atholl, John Murray, in the 18th century in honor of the blind Scottish Gaelic poet narrator Ossian, whose epic poems that were supposedly ancient were translated by the Scottish poet James Macpherson. However, it is most likely that these poems were Macpherson's own work. Nevertheless, the work was translated into multiple languages and became highly influential in the development of the Romantic movement and the Gaelic revival. Murray redecorated a folly within the Hermitage to become Ossian's Hall of Mirrors in 1783 next to the Black Lynn Falls on the Braan River. This is on a rocky outcrop, and he used mirrors to create a sense of shock and awe known during this time in the landscape paintings as the picturesque and the sublime. Now, the picturesque was developed in the late 1700s by William Gilpin, who encouraged his followers to discover the beauty of nature, while Edmund Burke in the mid-1700s idea of the sublime was that humanity was small within God's creation and that nature was fearsome with rivers, waterfalls, storms, and animals. He asserted that this was God's dominion over humanity and the folly of mankind's confidence in its power over nature. The awe of the raging rapids and the waterfall would have fitted perfectly into Burke's idea of the sublime, whilst the walk up to this folly reflected Gilpin's picturesque with its long corridor of Douglas firs. In 1869, vandals blew up part of the hall and the area was left to nature. However, in 1943, the 8th Duchess of Atholl donated it with 33 acres on the River Braan to the National Trust of Scotland, who restored it in 2007 to its current form. Another folly on the site is the Hermit's Cave. It was built in around 1760 by the 3rd Earl of Breadalbane, who was looking for an eremite, but it was unsuccessful. Instead, a guide named Donald Anderson in 1869 was known to dress up in a long beard of lichens and clothes of animal skins while pretending to be an eremite to show the tourist what it would have been like and to play the role of someone living in the forest. The Douglas fir trees, named after David Douglas, the botanist who discovered them in the northwest of the United States, were planted during the 1750s, with the tallest reaching 201.1 feet before being blown down in a storm in 2017 due to high winds. It was around 267 years old. Some famous visitors to the site include Queen Victoria, the English poet William Wordsworth, and the artist J.M. Turner. Now, the walk itself. The walk starts from the car park, where there's occasionally a cafe, or it would be like one of your roadside cafes, a trailer with some food. But there are no toilets, so if you do need to go, please stop before. You walk next to the Braan River on a large path with a canopy of trees upwards to Ossian's Hall, which is now open. As before, just after COVID, it was shut, but they have reopened it now. Before the hall, there is an original bridge where there used to be a different walk, but this has now been closed for many years due to landslips on that walk side. However, the bridge itself offers a different view over the Blackland Falls and into the gorge below, so this is actually worth going onto the bridge to have a look. I will suggest going into the refurbished hall as it is beautiful and has stunning views. If you're lucky, you might get to see a rainbow from the splash in the direction of the sun. So the actual inside of it is like these painted, well, these glass reflective artworks of Ossian, which are absolutely stunning inside as well. Several of the fallen pieces of wood around this area have coins put in them for luck. So there's like euros, pound coins, all sorts of coins. So you can add your own. We actually put our own in that wood this time as well. You find that in a lot of walks around Scotland where you'll have fallen trees or different shapes of wood that people have stuck coins into. The path follows the river where you can view the old hermit cave. Now, my husband is 6'4" and he fits, but barely, in this cave. I am 5'2", so I have no problems. I could probably live there during the apocalypse or something. So the walk continues to wind around the river and goes through the forest and a couple of fields. Until you end up crossing the Braan at a gorge point. Now this point is an actual road, so be aware of cars that may be coming your way when you're standing at the bridge itself, but it has beautiful views to some more waterfalls on Braan River. Now there is a up from this, there are some rapids as well, which you can kind of walk off trail, which we did, to take pictures of these rapids. There are some really large stones that you can stand on. I did not stand on because unfortunately I fall over all the time and I have a fear of falling into the water. However, my husband did go off and take some lovely pictures for me. But at this point we did stop taking pictures as we were walking up, and you walk back up into the woods and it's like quite a boggy path. There is some houses and you have to go over a main road and through a field. Now the fields sometimes have sheep and sometimes have cows with bulls. Please don't look the bulls in the eyes and don't mess with the sheep when they're in lambing season. You'll know where that gets you if you are a country walker. So once you go through this, you're going to pass some houses and you're going to go back through into the forest where you will wind up at a little village with a holiday park, and you'll go up to the A9 and then across again and then back to the car park. Now this took us 2 hours and 20 minutes because I fell and things, and we were taking pictures and things like that as well. So for me, my other stat was, it was 967 calories a burn, but I don't know the mileage because again, I did not turn on my watch. So we're going to say approximately 4.5 miles. But these stats are my own, and remember that you will have your own stats if you do this walk. Now, if you do decide to do these walks, remember to be safe. Please carry a first aid kit, water, and snacks on all walks. If taking dogs, also mind what they can and cannot do, and leave no trace behind, and take only pictures and memories because we protect nature here. As with my last one, I will be putting pictures up. I believe I should have put some up here, but I will put more at the end of this video. Now, I will tell you that there will be references to what I found with the history below, so I will put my references down there. There are some Wikipedia referencing. As some of my lecturers did say, you can use Wikipedia as long as you don't put it in papers, because at the end of Wikipedia, they always include their own references, which are usually from reputable sources. So I find it easier to go on Wikipedia's page, make sure the sources are reputable, and then just use Wikipedia as the main source page because it is more concise and condensed to a smaller detail for you. Anywho, I hope this was not so jagged as the last one, but it probably is. But if you do enjoy my talking about walks in Scotland, I have many more coming up because there's many more that we've done and lots more pictures and exciting things to come here. If you like me, if you like this channel, if you like history, please click on the subscribe button, click on the like, there's a notification bell, do all the things and share it with a friend. And if you ever get to visit these walks or if you've ever been on these walks, please leave me a comment and let me know, as these are some of my most favorite walks that I have ever been on. But then again, to be honest, most walks in Scotland are absolutely beautiful. And ending out. So, like I said, I'll be putting some pictures and possibly a slow-mo of a river or two at the end, as we do love our slow-mos of rivers and water. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you go on these walks, and I hope you have a lovely time and visit Scotland. It is a beautiful place to travel to. Stay safe, I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.